Okay, think about this for a second. What if the absolute most ordinary substance on Earth was also one of the most mysterious? I mean, it covers most of our planet, it flows right through our bodies, and it literally shapes every single form of life we know. But what exactly is it?
All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at the universal fluid, water. We're going to track its whole journey, from its kind of alien origins all the way to global industry, just to figure out why it's so incredibly special and, whether we could ever actually survive without it.
Section 1. The cosmic molecule. So, H2O. You've got 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, and they are locked together by these really powerful covalent bonds. It's an incredibly basic combination, right? Yet this exact tiny little architecture is the absolute foundation of the whole shebang.
And the real secret here? It's the geometry. See, water isn't just a straight line. It has this distinct bent shape. And that strange, non-straight structure is literally the sole reason it has surface tension, an unusually high boiling point, and the crazy ability to dissolve almost anything. Without that specific little bend, life on Earth simply wouldn't exist as we know it. No way.
So how did this stuff even form? Well, it took 2 massive, incredibly violent processes over billions of years. Right here on Earth, extreme volcanic activity basically forced hydrogen and oxygen gases together under intense heat. And meanwhile, comets and asteroids were just bombarding the early planet, delivering ice and water molecules directly from deep space. It really is a true cosmic molecule.
Section 2. Earth's precious supply. 1.4 billion cubic kilometers. Let's just pause on that. That is an almost unfathomable volume. And that massive number represents the total amount of water sitting on our planet right this very second. But, here is the catch, and it's a big one. 97.5% of that massive volume, it's salt water, totally locked away in our oceans. Only a tiny 2.5% slice is fresh water. And honestly, even less of that is easily accessible to us. So despite its immense abundance, accessible clean water is incredibly scarce. And because it's so scarce, we absolutely have to maximize the versatility of what we do have. We're talking everything from fresh and salt water to groundwater, rainwater, distilled, mineral, and industrial water. Each one of these has its own highly specific chemical composition and absolutely crucial use cases.
Section 3. Fueling the human body.
So what is the absolute best water for human consumption? Well, it all comes down to balance. Mineral water, for example, gives you clean hydration packed with really essential elements like calcium and magnesium. Distilled water, on the other hand, while it is completely pure, it actually strips away those exact minerals, which kind of makes it less than ideal for what your body needs long term.
And your body definitely demands it, because it runs absolutely everything. We're talking regulating your body temperature, transporting nutrients, supporting digestion, and basically enabling every single cellular process. You need 2 to 3 liters of this stuff a day just to keep the machine running. Without it, survival is measured in just a few days.
Which, naturally leads us to a highly practical question. If we need it so desperately to survive, can we just catch rainwater straight from the sky and drink it?
Well, the answer requires a bit of nuance. Actually, scratch that. It's pretty straightforward when you look at our environment. Rainwater forms naturally through evaporation and condensation, and it's perfectly safe in completely clean environments. But let's be real. We live in a heavily industrialized world. As rain falls through polluted regions, it gathers up dust, chemicals, and industrial particles. So, yeah, it often requires some rigorous filtration before we can actually drink it safely.
Section 4. Powering modern civilization.
See, water is far more than just biological fuel for us. It is literally our primary industrial tool. As a universal solvent, it drives these incredibly complex chemical reactions. Flowing and heating it, that produces massive amounts of hydroelectric and steam power. We can even split it up through electrolysis to get clean hydrogen fuel and oxygen. And without its cooling and cleaning properties, modern manufacturing processes would just completely stop.
Section 5. Purifying the universal fluid.
So what happens when this critical resource gets contaminated? Well, that's where human ingenuity steps in. It takes a really rigorous journey to make it safe again. You start with basic physical filtration, then move through boiling to kill off bacteria, maybe apply some really precise chemical treatments, and finally utilize advanced processes like reverse osmosis.
Behind the scenes,
These methods are actively stripping out dangerous bacteria, toxic heavy metals, and all sorts of harmful impurities. This purification technology is quite literally the bottleneck that allows our modern, crowded civilization to even exist.
Okay, let's just take a breath for a second. We started by looking at this microscopic chemical structure, and we discovered an absolutely irreplaceable life support system. It's a highly scarce global resource and the absolute foundation of human science and industry. It's a truly incredible micro-to-macro journey.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Understanding water means understanding life itself. It isn't just a simple liquid sitting in your glass. It is the cosmic connective tissue of our entire existence. Think about that the next time you take a sip. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.